Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
From the 44, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Here's Prescott. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Go. 180. That's track. 6 guys.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, it's Wentz. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. He'll let this thing go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Here we go. 280.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the dump off. It's second down.
Set. 280. 47. Check. 47. Wrap.
From the 22, Wentz. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Leads to second and goal at the Saints' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. This quick pass complete to Sutton. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
No, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
I'm going to 53. I'm going back to you. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Off. Let's go.
From the 27, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, kill. 47, Mike, 47. Hey, coming. 47's the Mike. Stay with your man. Mike's 47. Here we go. Going to 54. Why ain't? Watch the ball.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. I got you. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll find Hall. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
I got you. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Prescott is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give running right, Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Go. Waiting. Hey, here I come. 5-9.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Able to locate Wilson. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Wentz now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Lindsey, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Broncos.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting. Get that quarterback.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Wide, get wide.
From the 29, Wentz. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go! 4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Another run by Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Wentz on third down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack by Todd Davis. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Check, 53 is mine. He can't hang. 26.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover two or a two-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Prescott on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
We're going to 53. Check. Lucky. Check 43. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Great 57. This 57. Mike 27. I'm coming. Hey, Zoo.
Now Wentz. He'll find Lindsey here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back and go full street. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got you.
Throwing now is Wentz. This is the tight end Fant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We're going to 53. It's the mic. 47 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Prescott now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
46. 47 is the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. 926.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And brought in by the tight end Cook. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come off the ball. Peek out. We're going to 54.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check my 47. Hey, tighten that.
Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, echo.
Here's Wentz to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun now for Wentz. He completes this to Sutton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
56 to Mike.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 53, Mike. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to 53. Let's go. Here we go, 47. Number 53, Mike, 53. Let's get the ball. 26.
Prescott. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check my 47. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Big Dad, take the bunch. Hey, 57. 56 is the mic. Hey, orbit. All day, every day. Any Greystone travel.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.